Piece of drama. I worked really very hard on those lines as well, so yeah, so I hope you appreciate them. So that show will be fully formed next April by that cast and one or two others who are not here tonight, so thank you for listening to them anyway. Well done, cast. Well done indeed, well done! Okay, when it started snowing very heavily this morning, I thought this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. And I said to Les, maybe we could have an appropriate song associated with nightmares. Anyway, he couldn't think of one, so instead, no, I've had one. You've had one. So can we now also welcome Danielle Padley again to the piano. While Danielle is coming over with her page-turning partner, Mr. Jonathan Padley, I just wanted to remind you that, or maybe tell you something you didn't know, this Saturday, which of course Hanukkah, by the way, begins on Tuesday, the first candle, and this Saturday is the Beth Shalom Hanukkah party. Starts at 5 o'clock, it's for everybody, children, adults, anybody in between. Very informal, just bring along a menorah, a candle, just bring along yourselves. It's a very informal party. It was a lovely atmosphere last year. We packed this room full of people, most of whom we didn't have to pay for. And it was a really great evening. So just come along 5 o'clock this Saturday for the Beth Shalom. Wonderful, fun Hanukkah party. Starts at 5 o'clock and we hope to see you all there. So going back from the joyful to the nightmarish, here is Les Wheeler to sing the Nightmare song. Oh. And the CJRI Hanukkah party is when, sorry? On Sunday. On Sunday, and the Kol Echad choir will be singing at that at 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock. Okay, at Mayfield. Okay, so we've got not one, not three, but 2 Hanukkah partots to look forward to. Is that the correct Hebrew? Next week, so that should be fun. So, as I was about to say, from the Nightmare song from Gilbert and Sullivan's Ilanthi, please welcome that very shy bass baritone, Mr. Leslie Wheeler.
Love unrequited robs me of my rest. Love, hopeless love, my ardent soul encumbers. Love, nightmare-like, lies heavy on my chest and weaves itself into my midnight slumbers. When you're lying awake with a dismal headache and repose is taboo by anxiety, I can see you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire and the bed does inspire the usual slumber to plunder you. First your counterpane goes and uncovers your toes and your sheets slip inwardly from under you. When the blanketing tickles, you feel like mixed pickles, so terribly sharp as the pricking. And you're hot and you're cross and you tumble and toss, there's nothing tricks you in the ticking. Next your becks all creep to the ground in a heap, and you pick them all up in a tangle. Then your pillow resigns to politely reclines to remain at its usual angle. Well, you get some repose in the form of a doze, eyeballs and head ever aching. But your slumbering teeth, which horrible dreams that you'd very much rather be waking. Or you dream you are crossing the channel and tossing about on the steamer from Harwich. This is something between a large bathing machine and a very small second-class carriage. And you're giving a treat, penny icicle meat to a party of friends and relations. They're ravenous all and they all came on board at Sloane Square and South County stations. And bound on that journey you find your attorney who started that morning from Devon. He's a bit undersized and you don't feel surprised when he tells you he's only 11. Well, you're driving like mad with this singular lad by the by, the ship's now a four-wheeler. And you're playing round games when he calls you bad names, so you tell him the tie's by the dealer. But this you can't stand, so you throw up your hand and you feel you're as cold as an icicle. in your shirt and your socks, the black silk with gold crop straps, and Salisbury playing on a bicycle. And he and the crew are on bicycles too, which they some are rather invested in. And he's telling the tales with a party glass of a company he's interested in. It's a scheme of devices to get at low prices or good for competition to cables, which tickles the sellers by treating retailers as though they were all vegetables. You get a good steak and you plan to score trade. First take off his boots with a fruit tree, then his legs will take root and his fingers will shoot and he'll blossom and bud like a fruit tree. From the greengrocer's tree you get grapes and green pea, cauliflower, pineapples and cranberries, while the pastry will plant cherry brandy will grant apple puffs, sweet corners and banberries. The shares are a penny and ever so many are taken by Rothschild and Baring, and just as a few are allotted to you, you awake with a shudder despairing. You're a regular wreck with a crick in your neck, and no wonder you snore cause your head's on the floor. Your knees and pinches, your soles in your shin, your flashes are creeping, your left leg is sick, your cramp in your toes and a fly in your nose, a fluff in your tongue and a knees are some. We've never been going in clover. But the darkness is past and it's daylight at last, and the night has been long. Ditto, ditto, my song. And thank goodness they're both of them over.
Wow, what a nightmare that was. It was a fantastic. It was a fantastic. Well done, Les. Fantastic. Patter song from Ireland by Gilbert and Sullivan. Thank you all to the London Scheitel Company for lending us the wig as well. Thank you. Actually, it was Leslie Paul. Yes, thank you very much. It really suits him, doesn't it? Okay, we now have again a change of pace, duet, instrumental duet given to us by Denise Neapolitan and Daniel Weiss, who are going to play, I can't remember no ICs, Ashokan's Farewell. Ashokan's Farewell. So give it up again for Denise and Daniel. Ashokan's Farewell.
This is an American tune. And it was written in the early 1980s by a man named Jay Younger. It's called The Ashokan Farewell, and it was written in the style of a sort of Scottish waltz. Jay Younger was teaching at a fiddle and dance camp in upstate New York, and wrote this song to sort of, at the end of it, to kind of express his feelings of how wonderful it was and how sad he was to leave the fellowship of all these great musicians. It became very famous in America as the soundtrack for a documentary about the Civil War. And so a lot of people think it's a 19th century song, but in fact it's 20th century. So Dan and I are going to play this for you. That's right.
Great. Well, thank you, Denise and Dan. That was fantastic. What a lovely kind of Celtic feel to it, didn't it, as well? So while you're in that mellow mood, we're coming to the end of our evening. Oh. No, it's sadder than that. It's very sad, isn't it? At the very end, no, I'll do it now actually. We've got our final two pieces from Kol Echad in just a moment. Before I do that, there's so many people to thank for what I think has been a really successful evening. Do you agree? Yeah. Somebody shaking their head. People shaking their heads in the background. So, as my memory is so terrible, I thought I must write this down. So, thank you very much, particularly to Valerie for the food again. Yeah. Single-handed, everybody. Single-handed, just quite amazing. We're so lucky to have her and Michael in the community. Michael, also our front of house manager. He's done it so often he owns his own bow tie, everyone, which is to me is very impressive. Also like to thank one of the most active Jack in the Boxes of the evening, Doran Sondheimer, our sound engineer. He's a very sound engineer, by the way. But he's been fantastic and totally reliable again. Who else? Leslie, at the back there, for directing our piece. John, our caretaker over there. Debbie for the raffle. Well done. So I was going to get to that, I'm not through yet. Sheila for shouting out Debbie for the raffle. I mean, there's so many people to thank, and all the performers who get for coming and giving us a fantastic evening. I have a feeling that she'll be back in this hall sometime in the next 6 months. I think so. I think we're going to have you back, like it or not. I think we'll have you back here. Who else? Or anyone else I've forgotten?
Well, there's a chap who sort of held it together all this evening and introduced some of the acts and was fairly humorous.
No.
I believe Mike Levy.
The 10 quid's on its way, Russell, thank you. Finally, well, maybe penultimately finally, but almost finally, Danielle, of course, for conducting. She works us very hard, may I say, but we love it. We love her and we love the music that she chooses for us. And I hope you do too, of course. That's the most important thing. I'd also like to thank our wonderful bar staff tonight. Peter. Also responsible for sourcing all the wine and beer from, actually it was from under their kitchen table. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to survive the next few weeks. So no, thank you, that's fantastic. Have I forgotten anybody? No? Okay. Well, so bringing that whole evening to an end now, we're having two final songs from Kol Echad. One, again, is in the language of Ladino, which, if you didn't know, is a Spanish, kind of mixture of Spanish and Hebrew, spoken by the Jews of Spain and all the way through the Mediterranean region. And it's a love song, or a hate song, actually, called Adios, Querida. Querida. And it's a vicious sort of anti-love song. A jilted lover sings the song. And then we're going to finish with a new piece that we haven't performed in public before, a Hanukkah song, also in the Ladino language, Ocho Kandelikas, which I believe means 8 candles. I'm quite sure what that's got to do with Hanukkah, but there we are. So I hope you enjoy our final two pieces, Adios, Querida, and Ocho Kandelikas. Has anyone seen I'm always losing my score. Is it around you, Mike? No? No? Alright, over here.